what are the things that we are really glad we did? What are the things that we, like for any event, what are some things that we would redo again? And what are the things that we won't do again, if that makes sense?
Use this camera for this podcast?
If
this
you're
is
not
pissing
watching
me off so bad. Hey there, hi there, ho there, and welcome to another episode of the Better Merch, Better Marketing podcast. And as you can tell, we are not virtual. We are in person here in Coshocton, Ohio. I'm one of your hosts, Kirby Hasseman. Joining me today in person, live, is your branding bestie, your rising star, Jade Kreider. How are you?
Now I feel like I have a whole intro. It's kind of new. I kind of like it. I'm wonderful. It's good to be in the office, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. How are you?
I'm good. As we talked about this, yesterday was our big show. You've probably heard us talk a little bit about that. And the day after the show, it's exhausting, it's invigorating, but the day after you feel like you've been working out really hard and you've been on a bender. And so it's like you feel good, but you're foggy. Mm-hmm. It's and I definitely feel like that today, but it was really, I think it was a really well attended.
It was really fun. I will say, I heard somebody the other day say decision fatigue when you've made so many decisions, and I made a lot of decisions about that show, so my brain today is a little bit like, you just tell me what to do, I'll just do it, it'd be great. All good things, though.
Yeah, so anyway, if you are new around here, we are Better Merch, Better Marketing Podcast. We're brought to you by Hasseman Marketing. Hasseman Marketing, we try to elevate your merch and elevate your marketing. You can learn more about us at hassemanmarketing.com. We've got tools for marketing folks, HR folks, so go and check that out. All right, so you kind of drove the bus on topics today because you didn't make enough decisions for the show. So why don't you lead the way, at least on this first one.
Okay, cool. So the first one, we try and do trending topics because I just think it's kind of, fun to keep it up to date and stuff. So the first one we're talking about is the Meta AI glasses. Mm-hmm. We talked a little bit about this. I don't know how much you know about it, and frankly, I might repeat some of it even if you do know, so that the people listening know exactly about them. But what do you know? Do you know anything about them?
I Googled Meta AI when I heard we were going to talk about this. So I saw sort of a promotional website. So that's pretty much what I know.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, and I asked AI to help me figure out what Meta AI glasses were, so this is great. So the Meta AI glasses are essentially just a virtual AI assistant, but again, it lives on your face. Live translation, so similar to the AirPods, and the fact that they now have the live translation, these ones will kind of show up the words in front of you, which I think is really cool. Mm-hmm. They will record. And it doesn't tell anybody around you kind of thing that you're recording, and so it's a very discreet way to do some of the recording. Mm-hmm. But then also they have so many designs that, like, one of the things I've seen is that you can't, like, distinguish them from a regular pair of just glasses on someone's face, and so a lot of people have mixed reviews. I didn't know if you had any kind of thoughts on any of these, or just...
Yeah, so I guess I have a couple of thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I push back on any of it because I haven't given it a ton of thought. So number one is I'm fascinated by the translate. I think whether that's with iPods or the glasses, having the ability to better communicate in different areas where you're traveling, I think that would be an incredibly cool tool. So whether I get that through the AirPods or I get that through the glasses, I'm actually looking forward to that. I've worked on my Spanish, but it's like when I don't practice, I lose it really quickly. So having something that would help me with that, I think, is really interesting. I also have mixed feelings about the recording thing.
Yeah.
So as a content creator, as like doing a vlog, I think would be so neat to be able to do that point of view shot as you go. I think you could really create some cool content. Yeah. I get kind of excited about the creation idea because all of a sudden, if I'm riding a roller coaster, if I'm like, I actually did the the thing in Vegas, which I don't think you've been to.
Yes, I know.
Old Vegas, but I was trying to sneak a camera to get a shot of doing the flyover thing because I did that and it didn't fly. But if I had those glasses on, that would have been a really cool shot for my video. So I love that part of it. I don't love the lack of privacy that I think that would come. Is potential to come.
Fair.
On the other side, we always go to the worst case. right? And I do often think that if we are not embarrassed or doing things that we don't want to be videoed, like maybe we create an even more polite society. But then on the other side, it's like, well, I don't want you recording me without me knowing. So I see both sides to that.
I have mixed emotions too, because I do think in a lot of times when you are recording like a day in the life or something like that, people freeze up on camera. Yeah. Whereas sometimes if they know they're being recorded, but yet there's not a camera in their face, there's a little bit more natural like to it, which is exciting. I also am not thrilled about the idea of being filmed when I don't know that I'm being filmed. So like I have mixed emotions about that. The points that I kind of like was thinking about and was chatting with AI about were to kind of like bring it back. We're just like, imagine if you had these at a trade show. Like if you went to the show that we just did and you could look at a product and go, okay, hey, AI, or I don't know how you get it to actually work, save this for later. It's this thing, it's this. It's and then it makes notes for you. Yeah. Like something like that could be really cool. I thought that was really
Remind
interesting.
Me to order a sample.
Yes, right? Remind me to do this kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
The other thing that it said is that the glasses can actually be trained to recognize certain things so that it starts showing you more ads or this or that towards those things. And so if your branding is done right, if the Hasseman marketing logo is done right, my glasses will start noticing the Hasseman marketing logo. And so it talks about the fact that since these are becoming a thing, you want your brand to be even more consistent, even more now, because those glasses are going to start picking up on that hint and showing more of your stuff on your phone.
So the glasses become your reticular activating system. So the RAS is the part of the brain that filters out everything except the stuff that you've kind of told it you want to see. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was kind of cool that like they can do the brand retention and recognition thing. I thought was a very like that hadn't really crossed my mind, but they do that naturally. Again, your brain does it too. And so the idea that these glasses will also kind of even make that pop even more. It just shows even more why your brand needs to be consistent and have the right message, and you're putting your logo on the right items, because then it will really build your brand in a different way.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So I tend to like gadgets, right? I'm like I was early adopter on the iPad. I was early on those things, and I've got the new Remarkable notepad, which I really enjoy. So I'm fascinated by trying out gadgets. This is one that I'm like kind of curious about.
I know. I almost want somebody else to get a pair so that I can try them. Because I don't want to pay the price tag that I am sure comes along with these glasses.
So I saw some, and so the ones that I saw were sunglasses.
Okay.
Which is great. But because I have readers, man, if I could figure out a way to do those with my readers, that would be super interesting.
I think that there's a setting, I might be wrong, so don't quote me on this if you're listening, but I think that there's a setting in it to where you can make it that it will adjust to your reading glasses versus your regular glasses. So it'll adjust to how close your eyes would be looking at something. And so it'd be almost like a trifocal kind of glass, because I wear trifocals. So selfishly, I'm like, I'd like that. Yeah. That sounds great to me.
Well, the AI part of the camera's kicked in, and it's decided that it's following Jade. So
it likes me.
Good for the audience.
You get more of me. Enjoy that. Yeah. All right.
So that's pretty interesting. I'd love to hear in the comments what your thoughts are about the concept of other people wearing glasses and recording without you knowing, or are you excited about the idea of being able to, like, there's somebody locally, Cam Swigert, I think, has a pair.
Oh, cool.
And he's a barber, and so for him to create content around him, he's got to be able to use both hands, right? And so he's able to get shots that he would never be able to get. And so I don't know.
Again, even for a barber, if you could go, hey, don't forget, this is Kirby, and I use a 7-blade and a 10-blade on him. Like, you could literally put those notes into your AI and then be like, hey, Kirby's coming again today. What did I use last time? The idea that you could just talk to it and it would save that information somewhere for you, I think is so interesting in so many different ways.
I love that you've gone that way, because I think sometimes, at least for me, my head goes to the content side and then obviously the privacy side. But the idea of going, okay, here's how this enhances a tool that I already am using. I do like that.
Well, because I was in that industry for like a little while, it was a thing that you wanted to have like a good file on each client, even like as simple as they used to give us tips of like, save that they have a dog, so that later you could bring that back up and show that you care about that client. And so you could use your AI glasses to do that. As soon as you're done with your appointment, you just start telling them, as soon as you're done with a client appointment, you go, oh, hey, Kirby was telling me about his grand turtle and blah, 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 blah. And then that's saved, and then the next time they see you, they ask about Portia. Yeah, so I think that's a really cool way to do it, too. So just some different aspects to it.
That's legit. Okay, I like that a lot.
All right.
And in reality, so let's just say you could do that if you created that through ChatGPT without the glasses.
Yeah, you could totally still do it.
Still a tool that,
anybody could utilize easily. I always use the, talking point of it, too, so I like that it has the, I can just, talk to ChatGPT while I'm driving and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay, what's next?
Next, we're going to talk about the Aldi bag campaign. We've talked about a couple different similar, limited edition drops like this. It doesn't even let you on camera.
It's not happening.
Kirby tried to fix a camera and made it worse. It's fantastic, and I'm living for it. I'm going to keep talking for the people that are just listening. Okay. But so they did a big bag tote, so it's quite literally the size of the shopping cart.
Yes.
And they did a limited edition. You had to get online, I realized. I didn't realize this at first. You had to get online and order it. But they did 1,000 of them, and they were completely free.
Yes, 1,000.
1,000 of them completely
super
free.
Annoying.
Just give up on the camera. Yeah. It's fine.
Okay, sorry. Sorry if you're watching.
We've given up on that. Okay. But so I made a couple notes of this, and I'm sure you have thoughts. We've talked about, the limited drops and stuff like that before, but I'm just curious to see your thoughts.
Okay, so I did actually go and read an article on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
I love this with everything in my soul. Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the interest of transparency, we have an Aldi here in Coshocton.
Jealous.
My wife, that's where she almost exclusively shops. Mm-hmm. Although she goes to Bueller's and some other local things, but Aldi's is her kind of go-to. And so I'm very familiar with the idea that you take in your own bags. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't know, Aldi doesn't just give you paper bags. You have to purchase them. Mm-hmm. And so just the idea.
Same with Trader Joe's.
Yeah, the idea of sustainability. And so it's one of the reasons that you have said on this podcast many times that reusable totes are a great giveaway because the people who utilize them all the time.
Love me a reusable tote.
And so because of that, the idea that it's a bigger one, I think it's 16 by 32 by 22 or something. It's a big.
Everything in that.
You just literally set it in the cart, and then you put everything in your cart, and then you can carry them out, as opposed to.
Now, I say it though, now I'm like, that'd be too heavy. I don't know if I can get it out.
That's the number one concern, is it would be really heavy. But I love it. I love the branding of it. I love the concept around it. Mm-hmm. And I also love doing limited drops like this are good because it does
build in the scarcity.
What's that?
Build in the scarcity.
Yeah, it builds the scarcity. That being said, there's no way doing 1,000 of them is enough.
Not even close. I was thinking that. I was like, a brand like Aldi?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's nothing.
Yeah. So I And again, they did it. They probably tried it. The press they got on it alone is going to be worth the cost of that, right? And so at the very least, you do the drop, but then sell them.
Yes.
Right? Because I think that they're already
order 1,000 more and sell them.
Yeah. Order 100,000.
Yeah, fair.
That's the thing. It would bring the cost down so that selling them would be more appropriate, right?
Fair.
Now, I know Aldi's is the price sensitive grocer.
Fair. Now, to kick back to that, though, I would almost argue that the people that got it feel really special, and they feel like they're part of, not like a club, but they feel really special, and they've talked about doing a second drop and building, again, redoing the same hype and everything like that. But then to an extent, I feel like if you then start selling them, then it kind of removes the specialness of that particular thing. So I'd argue that it's less limited edition if you do it that way.
Maybe, but on the other side, I think sometimes when you put a price tag to something, it adds value, right?
Fair.
So they got it for free. I actually don't know what the camera's doing at this point. But they got it for free, and if you start selling them for $5 or $10, then it's it almost it shows what the value of it is.
Yeah.
Again, I really, really like this concept. And really my only pushback was the 1,000 quantity for a brand. How many Aldi are there?
Probably 1,000 Aldis.
Yeah, and they feel special. Want to bet they're not on eBay being resold?
Oh, you're not wrong.
Right?
You're not wrong.
So it's with 1,000 of them, there's just not that many, and so
that's a totally valid point.
But I think it's such a neat concept.
So. Well, and again, that's one in particular, and I didn't even say this, but they went straight to their niche, or like to their market, I should say. Like, talk about finding what your client, or like what your sole base of people would want and need. They went, well, we don't give away grocery bags.
Yeah.
So now we're going to this one singular time. So it's almost like find what you don't do for your clients.
Do the opposite.
Do the opposite for a limited edition kind of drop or something like that. Right. Or a special edition thing or a special event or something. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I like the concept a lot. This is a good one.
A good one.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do kind of lessons and takeaways from the show. We've talked a lot about the show, but I was thinking we could kind of do a take on it this time of just like, what are the things that we are really glad we did? What are the things that we, like, for any event, what are some things that we would redo again? And what are the things that we won't do again, if that makes sense?
Use this camera for this podcast?
If
this
you're
is
not
pissing
watching
me off so bad.
If you're not watching this episode, maybe you should, because Kirby's been fighting for the camera half the time I've been.
This is making me so angry.
I'm just going to squeeze in with you. Does that make it better? Anyways, what were the lessons you learned from our show?
Okay.
Do you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I just need to get...
I know, that's why I
get myself together. Okay, a couple things that just off the top of my head. Here are my three. Number one, partner with great vendors and suppliers. When we have done, I think, a pretty good job of curating the group that we bring to our events. You deserve a lot of credit for that, but also we've been doing it for a long time. The people, the vendors, the suppliers who come to our show, they've come to our show for many years. A lot of our clients have a relationship with those folks because they see them every year. A lot of just good humans in the room. Love that. I think that when you are in business and you can create an event where people are all rowing the boat in the same direction, that's good. Okay, so that's number one. Okay. Number two, I don't think you can over communicate. We sent you signed up, you got emails, you got texts, you got and whenever you're doing something like this, I've done it with the book launch, you feel like you're just vomiting on people. You need to over communicate. With
such a good turnout this year, and I do think that's credit to the fact that we've made a really concerted effort to call people ahead of time, text people ahead of time, email people ahead of time.
And we could have done more.
We could have.
We could have done more. It's so I would say you just can't over communicate when you're doing stuff like this. I think so many times, and I'm again trying to put on the lesson for the audience, is to say, you think, oh, okay, we sent out that email, we reminded them to come to see us at the trade show booth. You haven't done it enough. You just haven't done it enough. Yeah. It takes 13 to 17 times before people really register a message. I have that voice in my head all the time too that thinks I'm communicating too much. There will be the off person who's like, enough already. For every one of those, you'll have 100 people that just saw you on the 12th time. You know what I mean? So that's number two.
Well, when you think about when you go to an event, like when we go to our big event in Vegas and stuff like that, I need it to be top of my email that day of, and I need it to be the week before, because then when I'm doing my planning ahead, when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that, it's a good reminder, and it's top of my inbox, frankly, of oh, this is what it is. That's a good one.
And then the third one is just, if you can create an experience in your event, create an experience in your event. We did something new this year that I was hell-bent that we were going to do.
He was.
Yeah, despite pushback. So we did a make-your-own T-shirt thing where we had, 5 or 6 different designs.
Yes.
So we had the T-shirt picked out. It was a nice T-shirt, tri-blend. And then we did different designs, and you could go through, you chose your design, and then you press the T-shirt right there. You never know what the response is going to be like.
We were nervous.
There was a line the whole day. People were
so fun.
Totally into it. It actually controlled the flow because we did have a really good turnout, and a really good turnout at the beginning, and it slowed the people going in so that people had a chance to have good conversations. You can't over communicate, create an experience, and there's a lot of different ways to create an experience, and then work with good people. So those are my 3.
I like it. My top one was also the interactive was a hit. Yeah. Have something that people can interact and create themselves, because it is funny. Even this is a very weird tie-in. On our honeymoon, they cut customized hats that they painted for you or whatever. Still haven't gotten rid of it. It's the ugliest hat on planet Earth, but it's just the fact that we made a memory when we made it, and so now I won't get rid of it, and I love it. So just having an experience is obviously a hit. One of the things I wrote down was we did a little bit more generalized theme this year. Okay. In the past, we've kind of, like, we've done Wonka, we've done this, we've done the branded things, we've done some different stuff, and I think the generalized theme went over really well this year because a few more people could, like, oh yeah, I'll use this all the time. It clicked a little bit. And so I think I will take a mental note of that as we pick themes for future years. I think that's very interesting people that weren't coming to the show. I mean, my sister-in-law was one of them, but she was just like, I love the theme this year. Now, she also loves to camp, so but again, there's a lot of outdoor can go so many different ways, and so having kind of a generalized theme where you could tie in a ton of different merch and stuff, I felt was like kind of a fun one. Yep. The other one is I'm going to say it and then I'll explain it. So it's people see more than you think, but they don't realize something's missing. So there's a two-parter to this, kind of. People caught on that there were new suppliers this year. Yeah. And I didn't think that they would, because again, it's a little overwhelming sometimes if it's your first time, or again, if you've been there for years, some of people caught on. But even some of my newer clients that showed up were like, oh, hey, it feels like you have a lot, like, because I went back and stalked your Instagram. And it was like, oh, so you have, like, been watching our stuff. And so people see more than you realize. But the things that were missing in my head that I was like, oh, we never did that. Oh, we forgot to put out this. We forgot to do this. No one noticed it wasn't there. Yeah. Because they didn't know it was on the plan. And so, like, I stressed myself sick over some of these little details that no one realized they weren't there. But they realized that the stuff that was new, they just appreciated a little bit more. So they see they see more than you think, but they don't realize anything's missing, if that makes sense. Was kind of my last one.
Yeah, and I'll throw one in that I just thought of as you were talking, is the team, you included, did a really good job on design. And having some sort of theme for your event is valuable.
It's so fun, too. Yeah. It just adds something different. It's not just your regular logo thrown on something, but it adds a level of, like, again, that limited edition, we're only doing this once kind of thing. It adds a fun level to it, so I'm with you.
Cool. Okay. Right. So those are good lessons, I think. And honestly, if you are planning an event, if you want help working on an event, this is what we do. So I actually had I don't know if I told you this, but one of our clients came in and it was their first time at the event. And I thanked them for coming in. I happened to be there right when they walked in. And they said, well, to be honest with you, we are studying you. Because we'd like to do an event and we want to see this. And I'm like, that's exactly what we want.
Right, that's kind of the point.
That's what we want. We are trying to show people how to do it. So I say that just to say, if that's something that you ever want to do, whether it's a customer appreciation event, whether it's a trade show, whatever, that is what we do. So feel free to reach out.
We're here to help.
Yep.
All right, next, we'll be quick because I think I ranted on a couple of the other ones, is the product of the podcast. If you weren't at our show yesterday, you may have missed out on this product of the podcast because this is the coolest. We did a custom 10x10 tent. We've said that we wanted one for years. And it's one of those that I think a lot of people do that. You're like, oh, we need to get a tent at some point. Do it. That's the lesson I learned. We should have got this forever ago. It was worth every single penny. They have a one-piece minimum. You can fully customize it, and credit to where credit is due. Dustin did our art, and he killed that. It looked so good. And it was just such a fun thing. We kind of did it as like an extra thing, but people were walking over there. People were excited about it. It caught your attention when you walked in the building, and having that for so many different events that we do will be so handy. So it's totally worth it in my opinion.
And I will tell you, credit where credit is due. I think Jade and Dustin were driving the bus on us getting this, and I have said for years, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have that. It's much nicer than I thought it would be.
It was so nice.
It's really high quality.
It's really nice.
And so when you check it out, we usually have a shop where you can click on the link. It's like, and I can just tell you, it's sturdy, it's heavy duty, really nice. And I agree with you that once you have an item like this, you're going to come up with 100 reasons to use it. You know what I mean?
And that's it, is we'll use it all the time, and just, again, it catches people's eye. It'll be nice to have, and it was a really, really nice. I was blown away. They put it together, and I was like, that's nicer than I thought. And this particular one already comes, so if you want to add the back pieces or the side pieces, it's really, really easy to add on. I've done a bunch of these lately for clients, and everyone who has reached out has been like, this is really nice. I'm like, yeah, it is. We got to feature this. This is the product of the cast. So
I love it.
Product of the week.
All right, we also do a shout out. So if there is anybody in your organization, if there's a region, anybody in the region that you think is doing good work, let us know. We try to push some good vibes out into the world. The shout out this time is for Baltic State Bank. Baltic State Bank is investing, and they're building a new facility here in Coshocton County. Always love to see any organization that is investing dollars, investing, it's going to be creating jobs in the area. And so, and they're a client of ours in transparency. They came to the show yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And so I just appreciate their willingness to invest, and that's really exciting. So if you know of anybody who is doing some good work, whether it's just giving back, whether it's creating an event, whether it's investing in the region, let us know. We'd love to push out some good into the world. Cool?
We did it.
We did it. I'm sure pretty soon the camera will go look over there somewhere. But
I was trying to send good vibes, and then you couldn't see it, so then I went over here behind you. It's good. I think it was fun. I think it added a level of spice.
Yeah, spice. If you have any thoughts, there's lots here. If you have questions about events, hit us up. What do you think about the Aldi's bag? And then, honestly, I'd really like to know what people have to say about the Meta AI.
Yeah, and if you have them, can I try them?
Yeah, that's right. That's one way to
I'm going to have to reach out to Cam and be like, Cam, let me try these things.
Yeah, I like it.
So, that's where we're at.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of the Better Merch, Better Marketing podcast. As always, it is brought to you by Hasseman Marketing. Check us out. Go to hassemanmarketing.com. There's some tools on the website, whether you're in marketing, whether you're in HR. And, of course, we have plenty of content as well.
See you. Bye.